Oh, surprise! I'm gonna do a review. Let's just jump right into it. Massacre Nocturna, Slaughter Night in English, from 1990, written and directed by Gilberto de Anda. And thinking back, I was like, why did I order this? I think I was just ordering anything that was different, and this is certainly different. I guess I should, by now I've seen a lot of Mexican horror movies, some good ones. I wouldn't put this one in that category. It's from 1990, but it could have been 1980 the way it looks. And it's actually an anthology. There's 3 stories. First one, there's the Mexican, it's like the Mexican Colonel Sanders. He's a famous actor and he does his own makeup. And he's doing Phantom of the Opera. And there's another actor that looks like, kind of like the Mexican Robert Loggia. He wanted the role, and he goes to the rehearsal, starts quarreling with the actor, and then the main actor, the Colonel Sanders, he like grabs Robert Loggia, Mexican Robert Loggia, and like picks him up and throws him. I was like, man, how's this old man have superhuman strength like that? So Mexican Robert Loggia goes to Colonel Sanders' house to apologize. He says he wants to learn from him, like learn how he does makeup, how to be an actor, a great actor like him. And Mexican Colonel Sanders tells him no, it takes a lifetime of training. So Robert Loggia gets mad, and he breaks in that night, and Colonel Sanders had showed him that he had a book. So he wants to steal the book to learn like all of his secrets. But Colonel Sanders catches him. He shoots Robert Loggia like right here. Then Robert Loggia beats him to death with a fire poker, and he's like barely. Because he doesn't want to hurt him for real. And he steals the book, and he takes over the Phantom of the Opera play, and he learns that the book is like a magic book because he heals his gunshot, and he learns that he can turn whatever, like he can turn into a monster by reading the pages in the book. So he does the play. He's a hit, but the police know they found his fingerprints. So he's in his dressing room, and he's still a monster, but one page had fallen out when he took it, and it was how to turn back to human. And he's just like he's trying to rip his face off, his monster face, and that was kind of cool. Overall, it wasn't that good. And it's weird how it's an anthology. This is kind of cool because the story follows 2 people that were watching the play, follows them. They go home, these thieves, like when the garage door's going down, they get in, and there's like 3 or 4 of them, and they hold them hostage and they want to rob them. And a couple, they're vampires. They call them the Count and the Countessa. They have an assistant, Renfield, and they're just vampires that, they kill the robbers. And it seemed like this one was really just boring. Not much to it. You could tell what was gonna happen. Like you could see it coming a mile away. They find a body. The robbers find parts in a refrigerator. They find their coffins. It wasn't that good. Like it seemed like they're like giving like goosebumps or something. How scary it was. But the last story is where this picture comes from. It's about this man. He's going on. Oh yeah, this guy and his wife are driving by the house, and they hear a wolf howl, and that's how we get to their story. And this one was cool because it has Bigfoot. Because he tells his wife he saw Bigfoot when he was little. He was so scared, and he shot in the air to scare Bigfoot away. And he thinks Bigfoot was scared. So it's really cool that it was a Bigfoot story, and he wants to finally hunt Bigfoot down. But he says he learned to hate guns, so he uses a crossbow. Him and his wife are bickering the whole time, and they get to the land, and he goes off looking for Bigfoot, and his wife, she says like 3 times, like, what are you gonna do? You leave me alone? And then 10 Indios with machetes are gonna come and kill me. She says that like 3 times while he's stalking Bigfoot. And right away, Bigfoot's watching him. And then he starts chasing Bigfoot. Then he almost runs off a ledge, and he's hanging onto these rocks. And Bigfoot saves him. And like they become friends. He starts telling him, you'd be the greatest friend a child could ever have. And they're sitting down, and he's talking to Bigfoot. And Bigfoot like pats him. Even shake hands, and I was like, oh, this is different. Like, I've never seen anything like this where, Harry and Henderson's, but where someone befriends Bigfoot, and Bigfoot seems to kind of understand. The costume is, it's bad, but they never show the face. You just see it from behind or far away, which was cool. So his wife comes out, and she's like, where are you? I'm going to get attacked by 10 Indians with machetes. And she turns around, and there's 10 Indians. They don't look like Native Americans. They're like in ponchos and sombreros, and they all have machetes. And I was like, man, they've been chopping people up with machetes in Mexico for a long time, I guess. And so the wife runs, the Indios are chasing her. Her husband hears her scream, and he's like, I gotta save my wife. Even though she's a bitch, she's all I have. And Bigfoot stops him, and Bigfoot attacks and kills all those guys. And that was cool. He knocks the head off, rips arms. That's about it. There's 10. I want to see all 10. I want to see him kill all 10. But you see him kill like 4. But he killed them all. And this was like Herschel Gordon Lewis levels of like gore and mayhem. Like, you tells like a mannequin arm, the head, he just slaps it and it flies off. It was really funny. So he saved the guy and his wife. And they leave, and he's like, thanks, friend. And Bigfoot's far away, and he's like, you just see an outline. It looked cool. So that story was really good. I really liked that, because anything with Bigfoot, I'm curious about. And I didn't know that Bigfoot was in this. So that's like the last, I guess they're all like 30 minutes. The vampire one, I don't think it was that. Maybe it was like 15, 20 minutes. But I really can't recommend it. I got it from Unearthly DVD. If I knew how to upload videos to YouTube, I would upload that one, but I don't. So if anyone wants to, or maybe it is, but I haven't checked. This has like on the IMDb. This has no reviews. It has one. It says Bigfoot in Mexico, and that's all. So I thought the whole movie was going to be about him. Well, yeah, I didn't know that before. Like right before I watched it, but as I was watching it, I was like, what's this about? But it didn't say it was an anthology or anything. I'm glad I saw it just because it's so different from, an American horror movie. And it's from 1990, but it seems older. So I would give it 3, just because it's the Bigfoot story. That one, like, I perked up and paid attention more than the other 2. The first one, his makeup when he turned into Phantom looked okay, but that was about it. But Massacre Nocturna, Slaughter Night, I wouldn't buy it. Yeah, I can't recommend it unless you're even a crazier Bigfoot fanatic than I am. I don't know. I could let you borrow it or some. I don't know, but I've had this a while, and I remember I put it on, and I just kind of tuned out, and so I put it on. I paid attention. It went pretty quickly, and it wasn't a slog. It's a weird cover art. So Slaughter Night. I don't think I would watch it again. Maybe the Bigfoot part. I can make a tape. I can make a tape of like Bigfoot shorts. So let me know if you like Bigfoot.